When Jesus saw the sudras and the farmers in such multitudes draw near to hear his words, he spoke a parable to them. He said, "A nobleman possessed a great estate. He had 4 sons, and he would have them all grow strong by standing forth and making use of all the talents they possess. And so he gave to each a share of his great wealth, and bade them go their way. The eldest son was full of self. He was ambitious, shrewd, and quick of thought. He said within himself, 'I am the oldest son, and these, my brothers, must be servants at my feet.' And then he called his brothers forth, and one he made a puppet king, gave him a sword and charged him to defend the whole estate. To one he gave the use of lands and flowing wells, and flocks and herds, and bade him till the soil, and tend the flocks and herds, and bring to him the choicest of his gains. And to the other one he said, 'You are the youngest son, the broad estate has been assigned, you have no part nor lot in anything that is.' And he took a chain and bound his brother to a naked rock upon a desert plain, and said to him, 'You have been born a slave, you have no rights, and you must be contented with your lot, for there is no release for you until you die and go from hence.' Now, after certain years the day of reckoning came. The nobleman called up his sons to render their accounts. And when he knew that one, his eldest son, had seized the whole estate and made his brothers slaves, he seized him, tore his priestly robes away and put him in a prison cell, where he was forced to stay until he had atoned for all the wrongs that he had done. And then, as though they were but toys, he threw in air the throne and armor of the puppet king. He broke his sword, and put him in a prison cell. And then he called his farmer's son and asked him why he had not rescued from his galling chains his brother on the desert plains. And when the son made answer not, the father took unto himself the flocks and herds, the fields and flowing wells, and sent his farmer's son to live out on the desert sands, until he had atoned for all the wrongs that he had done. And then the father went and found his youngest son in cruel chains. With his own hands he broke the chains and bade his son to go in peace. Now, when the sons had all paid up their debts, they came again and stood before the bar of right. They all had learned their lessons, learned them well, and then the father once again divided the estate. He gave to each an equal share, and bade them recognize the law of equity and right, and live in peace. And one, a sudra, spoke and said, "May we who are but slaves, who are cut down like beasts to satisfy the whims of priests, may we have hope that one will come to break our chains and set us free." And Jesus said, "The Holy One has said that all his children shall be free, and every soul is a child of God. The sudras shall be free as priest, the farmer shall walk hand in hand with king, for all the world will own the brotherhood of man. O men, arise. Be conscious of your powers, for he who wills need not remain a slave. Just live as you would have your brother live, unfold each day as does the flower, for earth is yours, and heaven is yours, and God will bring you to your own." And all the people cried, "Show us the way that like the flower we may unfold and come unto our own."